All right, so we are live with the Bleed 2 Story New Game Normal Beginner Tournament.
Indeed we are, and it is the finals today.
Yeah. So, as far as any kind of introductions go, my name is Jack, and we are here with a race between Allianna and DeadOnArrival.
Yeah, and I am Firesplitter, and we are going to commentate today.
As this is a double elimination tournament, we are going in to our grand finals, where one of them, of course, is the victor of our winner's bracket. So in the case that they do end up losing, they do actually have a second chance at victory. So
yes,
each one of these matches will actually be a best of 3, and we are soon to be starting out on our first one.
And the person in question who was the winner of the winner's bracket is DeadOnArrival, which means that Ali has to win both of the matches that are gonna come up in the upcoming 4 hours to crown the victor of the tournament.
Right. Of course, in the case that DOA does end up winning, he will be crowned victor of this tournament, and we shall see if we do have any kind of prize for that. Lately we have had a bit of a mishap happening with the provider of said prize. Originally we were promised for a 100 Australian dollar victory prize between both of these racers.
Yep.
But lately I've yet to be able to reach out to him, since he has stopped working on the project that he had set up. So we'll see. We'll be getting back to our racers regarding that as soon as we can.
Yep.
However, right now we have got a race to run.
Indeed we do. 2 of them, perhaps.
Perhaps indeed. So let me see if I can go ahead and get a countdown started.
Yep.
And then we should be able to get the show on the road.
Yep. And this is the moment everyone's been waiting for, as this is the finals. And I can definitely feel like the runners are probably very, very excited and probably a little bit nervous for today's race. And we really hope that the nervousness is not going to affect the rounds too much. I am really hoping that we get to see a couple of really clean and clear runs today.
Of course. So I'm getting the countdown going right now on my end. We are going from a countdown of 3. So, of course, there is a bit of a delay since this is Twitch streaming, but we're going to go very soon here.
Yeah, it looks like they are getting ready to start here. What should be mentioned that it was actually DeadOnArrival who beat Ali in the previously, so Ali is basically up for a rematch against DeadOnArrival. What were you gonna say?
We shall see who will be taking it away.
And there we go, DeadOnArrival is starting a little bit early. We will probably get a little bit of catching up for that soonish. DeadOnArrival getting out of the house kind of clearly, and same with Allianna. Both of them have no problems getting out of the home. They're both in the first platforming section of the run. Yeah, okay, so do you have anything to say about the section? So now the runners are out of the second section and they are going into the Rolling Invader. The Rolling Invader is a quite interesting and simple boss that shows off the slow motion strategies in the game. The runners are now coming in. Oh, are you back now? Hello?
I am back.
Okay.
I have just happened to having a bit of connection difficulties.
Yeah,
but as far
that happens.
as boss here, we've got Blast Jumper. First,
Yeah.
we are always going to be looking for purple reflex. We
Yeah.
are the only attacks that we can actually shoot back, and going to be our main for.
Yeah. DeadOnArrival getting an opportunity at the purple reflector, but didn't take it.
That is the main source of damage when it does come to new game runs, so you definitely have to look out for those.
Yeah, you can reflect anything that's purple, and nothing, and not stuff that's yellow. So it's really important what color the projectiles have in this game.
Can't be true enough. Now, as far as these racers go, we have pretty interesting fold between them. They do actually use two different types of control methods, which we'll be seeing a little bit more of later on. But DOA here is going to be using the mouse and keyboard, while Allianna is actually playing on a Switch, so she'll be using controller.
Yeah, the controller work and the mouse keyboard have different advantages compared to one another. Controlling is a little freer with controller, but aiming is a lot easier and smoother with mouse keyboard.
Yeah, controller does have a bit more freedom when it does come to the movement, I've seen.
Yeah.
Though, personally, I can't move for the life of me on a controller, but of course it's all up to preference.
Everyone has preferences. I can't even beat the first stage without dying on normal with mouse keyboard. That is pretty shameful to admit, considering.
Alright, well that is a good thing to bring up.
Yeah.
That is a good thing to bring up as well. This is actually story mode, so anytime any of these runners do end up dying, whether it be intentional or unintentional, they do actually get infinite lives.
Yeah.
So that is definitely a strategy that we could end up seeing, especially on the later levels.
Yeah, I am expected to see a couple of saves and deaths throughout this run.
Absolutely.
If not for any other reason, but because the runners are probably gonna want to take it safe rather than risking it all when the stakes are this high. I don't think any runners...
And of course, being at a beginner tournament as well, that is definitely something that you would always look out for when it does come to newer runners.
Yeah, but also both these runners have quite a bit of experience now as the tournament has progressed. I think both the runners are fully aware that any major mistake any one of them does will get punished in this race.
Oh, it looks like Ali actually got a frame perfect reflect on semi-core there. It's really nice.
That's nice.
At least that's what I would think.
And Ali got 2 reflects.
Double reflect, holy cow.
That is a really, really good semi-core.
You almost never see the double reflects when it comes to any of these kind of speedruns, so it's always great to see.
Yeah, it's a very, very low probability it happens.
And I do see in the chat, we do actually have a question here.
Yeah.
As far as the yellow-haired character versus Rin here, we do have another character called the Rival, and he does reflect the yellow bullets. However, in normal difficulty, in all difficulties actually, he has a different ratio of purple versus yellow bullets or attacks.
Yeah.
In any difficulty, he is 50-50. So being on normal, Rin has a much higher chance of getting purple reflex than the Rival would.
This gets flipped on the higher difficulty levels.
Right. That's why most of the time you see Rin runs on low difficulty.
Yeah.
And even on higher difficulty, I think it's only like an additional 5% chance that Rin would get a purple over yellow. So it's really to the wire as far as Rival's improved RNG or patterns.
Yeah, there are a couple of fights that becomes easier with Rival though.
True.
For example, Robo Bunny shoots a lot of yellows.
Right.
And
compared to the one purple that you get.
Yeah, and the Ninja is doing a lot of yellows as well compared to purple.
Right, Ninja's yellow reflect can actually deal double damage compared to the normal reflex Rin gets.
Yeah, so it's worth to keep that in mind.
But
it's very minor though. Yeah.
Finishing out of level 2, we've got Ali at a bit of a lead here.
Yeah, I would say so.
Luckily, both of them actually do get out of the Valentine fight without any mistakes, so it's always good to see.
The runs are really, really close to one another though, so even though Ali is in the lead now, the lead is very, very slight. We are talking 2 to 3 seconds tops.
Right. Especially with that delay.
Look exactly how much. Yeah. The delay is actually counted the other way, I think.
Same. Getting quite a few reflects on DOA's
Yeah.
end.
Yeah, he's having a really, really good time against Red here. I think DOA is catching up here at the Red Sprite fight. It looks like DOA is actually out there a little earlier. Yeah, they are almost completely in sync with one another here, going out. Both of them having a perfect health situation too, which is really important going into the next part of this course.
Especially just coming out of Red Sprite too.
Yeah.
On normal, her attack counters are a bit different than they are on harder difficulties.
Yeah.
So on normal, her birds actually just go left to right. There is no like difference in them. Sometimes they can go like up or down slightly, but on harder difficulties, they actually curve around the room, which makes them a little bit easier to dodge, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the Red Sprite fight is definitely easier on the higher difficulty levels, funny enough.
But on a Ninja here, we are getting quite a few purple reflects, and it looks like both of our runners are actually going to be going for some katana strategies.
Yeah, they're going for the katana strat, which is very expected at this point.
Right, passing right through that sword on Ninja. Normally, when you just shoot at him, as DOA is showing a bit here, you shoot at Ninja and he just deflects all your attacks. You can't do any damage. But
the runners are almost completely in sync, everyone.
And with that Katana Flurry, just gets right through that sword hitbox and deals quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, into this auto-scroll, the runs are basically right neck to neck with one another. They are in perfect sync.
There is a bit of a fun thing here where if you actually kill those drones before they go off screen, at least the last few, that might actually speed up the cutscene to the rockets coming in. So it's very little possible time save, but it is time save. Yeah,
time save is speed running.
Right, we do definitely want to be looking out for those giant rockets. Here, luckily, Ali gets one as well. Oh, DOA nearly missing that one.
Yeah, that was...
Yelling both.
DOA is leaving ahead here, I think. Quite significantly ahead, too. Ali's going for a drop, too, and there we go. Both the rounds are out of stage 3.
Nice.
DeadOnArrival is quite a little bit ahead here, but still they are not further than like 5-6 seconds from each other.
Right, this can definitely be one attack away from a victory here.
Yeah. It's a really, really even race so far. And it's going very, very back and forth between the runners. They are never more than seconds apart.
Ooh, very nice floating reset there from DOA. There are a few different ways to reset your dashes, and one of them right there is a floating reset, which is basically running off a platform before you dash or jump again. And that is, or can be, a really hard one to actually do for us, especially for new runners.
Yeah, dash resetting in general is probably one of the more important speed tech in this game when you are getting up on a higher level. But initially, it's probably far more important for runners to learn to fight the bosses correctly.
Right, taking damage is definitely one thing that we were wanting to avoid as much as we possibly can, especially in this area where getting hit will actually slow down the camera speed. So if you do have the camera speed ramp up over time, you definitely don't want to be slowing that back down.
Yeah, it stacks up really quickly and really nasty. That's a word.
Now, of course, this is another good point to pull out. This is a new game run, so these runners do only have access to the basic weapons of the game when you first start out. That'd be the basic dual pistols, which they're using right now, along with the katana, and then they both have their separate forms, the pistols and katana.
Yeah.
The katana on its own has that flurry attack, which deals AoE damage. And then the pistols, of course, have the reflecting ability along or in the combo weapon. Separated, they can do an akimbo pistol firing attack, where they actually split between like, the right or in front of and behind Rin. But
Yeah.
it is very. There are a lot of memes that we do with that, and that's basically.
It's a very
all they're good for.
situational weapon. I think this is the only fight where it, in theory, could be useful, but even then, it is far more hassle than it's worth.
Right. Definitely more effective just to get the full damage on
Yeah.
one of the worms that are coming in. It's not like they have a split health bar or anything.
Yeah.
And maybe, but no. It seems DOA has gotten a bit of a staring contest.
Yep.
With Gibby there.
Both the rounds are having. Ali's having a really good
lead.
health situation here.
True.
And
Usually,
is DOA going in here without taking a safety death? With that health bar?
he may
I really
actually
hope-
need to.
Yeah. He's going in without the health bar. This can be scary. This can be really, really scary.
Ali's getting a
Ali's-
lot of
yeah.
damage in there.
Yeah, Ali's pulling ahead a little bit here because Ali did not have to play defensively on the boss fight. DeadOnArrival had to play a little more defense there because of the low health bar they went in with. They thankfully did not take any hits on that fight, but they had to play a little more defensively than one would hope to do.
On RoboBunny, we are definitely looking out for those reflex there.
Yeah, and there we
And
go. Ali's
There we have it.
done with the course.
DOA's still rocking a low health bar, but he seems to get through. No issues there. Very nicely done.
I would say that Ali is about 10 seconds ahead now out of that course.
That seems about right. Onto the warship, we are actually at one of the hardest levels of the game, if not the
Yeah.
hardest. Especially the platforming in this area can be really tricky.
Yeah.
Can be really tricky to get around these blobs that are coming in, spawning endlessly. But hopping into segment slider, this is going to be one of those fights where controller actually does have a bit of a lower advantage.
Yeah.
Keeping the mouse, you can actually aim right between these segments when they're going out.
Yeah, it makes it a lot harder to do the aiming correctly, especially as you have to move as you are jumping to dodge the things as well.
Right.
This fight is significantly easier on mouse keyboard, so we might actually see DeadOnArrival getting ahead a little bit here.
That was a very nice dodge from DOA's on
Yeah.
end over there.
And yeah, just as predicted, I
Oh.
think.
Oh
No! That was a very unfortunate death.
Oh, he's just having to restart the entire fight
Yeah.
while DOA continues
that
on.
is probably gonna be at least 20 seconds. And that is assuming the fight goes well.
We'll see here.
She's
on
having
that
a really good fight though this time. The fight now is really clean.
Yeah, you definitely have to be careful with those 5-6 segment reflex, because I have had that multiple times where I just reflected a bit too early, and the yellow ones just don't end up firing until afterwards. So that is definitely something that you got to watch out for.
Ali thankfully got a really good second segment slider, so she's doing fine, I think, but she's still significantly behind.
Right.
It's gonna be rough for her to catch up from this point onwards.
And with how Nemesis Core works, they are about one boss fight between them.
Yeah.
Which still is plenty of room to catch back up.
Yeah, it is, but Ali is probably a little bit dependent on DeadOnArrival doing some mistakes anywhere. And that she can capitalize on that.
DOA's keeping that lead though, right out of Nemesis Core 2 and into the next platforming section, which, scarily enough, is our graveyard for the speedrun.
Yeah, thankfully DeadOnArrival is going in there with a quite healthy health situation. So there shouldn't be any Ooh, don't do that.
A little bit. Oh gosh.
Oh my,
Okay,
this
they
is
are
scary.
seeming to take the section a bit slower here, so that's good
Yeah.
for safety. I agree with this play very much.
Yeah, health situation was looking a little scary there. I think we're gonna see a safety death here.
Anti-battalion, we got 2 hits to take.
Yeah, I wanna
see if
see.
he ends up going for it. It doesn't seem like it.
Doesn't seem like
Oh,
it. This
nope.
can be.
He is
Oh,
definitely
yeah,
going
there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
I was like, they have to take a safety death there. There's like no way I would better doing this fight without a safety death.
Getting that death there would have
Yeah.
been serious bad news for DOA.
Yeah, what it's worth to mention is that this fight is really slow in new game because there are so many invulnerability frames for this boss fight we can't hurt it. And DOA getting a Pac-Man here, that's exactly what they wanna see. It was a purple Pac-Man too.
Just barely hanging on though.
Yeah,
Luckily he gets
there
it
we
before
go.
it goes down. You
I was
can
having-
actually shoot that shark while he's in the ground with the katana.
Yeah.
Though the damage, of course, is very small when he just goes down there for a short amount of time.
Yeah, no, but it's definitely worth it if you know how to do it.
For sure.
Ali getting
Any
the
damage is better
nasty
than none.
color. Getting the bullets, that's not what she wants to see here. He wants the Pac-Man, not bullets, to try to catch up a little bit. There we go, there you see the
Yep.
katana strategy.
More bullets.
Ooh, I'm not liking seeing bullets here with his health bar. There we go, went perfectly.
Close one.
And Shark, no,
Shark
don't do
again,
that! Don't
no!
do that!
Barely in the corner.
Oh,
Oh, but starts off
that
strong
was
with
unfortunate.
Pac-Man.
Yeah, starts off strong, but that was really unfortunate, especially that late into the boss fight. I was just gonna say that I don't think he's gonna go for the katana strategy there on the shark fight, because that can be really punishing, but he did it before I could mention it.
Now here we are actually seeing DOA take a couple of intentional hits.
Yeah,
Now, that is something that's good to bring up, since later on in this fight there will actually be an intentional death that's used, just to skip about a 12-second cutscene or so.
yeah.
So we will see how risky DOA is willing to play.
Yeah, the health bar DOA is sitting on currently is actually fine.
Especially
the
just coming out
safety
of phase 2 here.
Yeah.
She's got 3 phases total before her final phase, and death skip is right before that final phase starts. So
Yeah.
definitely
This
got room
is-
to
yeah.
room to kill here.
This
Ooh,
is
getting the nice
looking
reflect too.
Good. It's looking really good for DeadOnArrival here. Health bar is looking really solid. And Valentine is going down really quickly.
Getting a few nasty teleports there, where she just
Yeah.
goes from one side of the room to the other. But we are
Yeah,
setting up
and
that.
here we go. Here comes this death skip, and there we go. Waiting a little longer than needed, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
True, especially
you
when you have
jump
to fight the whole phase 3 again.
Yeah,
If you do
and phase
time
3
it
is like
correctly.
one of the slower fights in the run. I think it is the actually slowest run, second slowest fight in the entire run.
Oh, just barely getting that third one. But the shield lock is
That was beautiful.
successful, and DOA moves on to the epilogue.
Yeah. And Ali is about to start round 3 against Valentine.
It's still not much time between them.
And there are 2 boss fights between the 2 of them. And did I see a golden DeadOnArrival's end there? I think I saw a golden split there.
I was not looking at the time, but if so, GG's. Yeah, I'd say this is definitely one of the other fights where controller definitely does have a
Yeah.
bit of a disadvantage, especially for the aiming.
Yeah, it is. I can tell you as someone who plays with controller, this fight is really horrible with controller. It took me ages to become somewhat decent at this fight.
Looks like Ali is trying to go for the death skip here.
Yeah.
She does get
And
it in time.
there we go.
Very nice.
That was a really quick death skip. Playing a little bit more aggressively here, trying to catch up.
See if she gets the shield lock here.
Yeah.
It's the first. Nice.
Yeah. There we go.
Ooh, just barely getting that second one. Good.
Perfect. That's
There's
what we want
the
to
kill.
see.
DOA also going through the laser climb in one go. Very nice.
Yeah. And their rival is
on the reflex.
that can be expensive. Then our rival is definitely the driving seat here, but that can change drastically on this course.
Yeah, this boss can be pretty long when it does come to just normal fire on him and getting none of those missile reflects.
Yeah, this is like
No.
I think
Oh my
this
gosh. Lacking all that damage.
Ali has
DOA
a
was
chance to
trying
catch
to-
up a little here if she is doing this fight better, which I
DOA
do
was-
think. I have seen Ali being consistently good at the whale core fights throughout the tournament.
Yeah, she does definitely get those reflects and just
Yeah.
focusing all of them.
Yeah, Ali has shown that she's really, really good at getting the reflex in this game.
Getting the Mantis reflect on top of DOA. That is very nice to see.
Yeah,
Exactly what Ali's needing. DOA, that is a rough dodge to get.
yeah. I'm not a fan
just
of the UA's health
dodge.
situation right now.
It may be scary. I'm thinking we're gonna see a rival death skip.
Yeah, I think that's the rival death too. There's no way DOA is not thinking about that right now.
I mean, they definitely do have the time to go about doing it
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. They are not aware of that, I think, though.
Death in this game does only take about 3 seconds to play out,
Yeah.
so it's definitely
It's not super,
to be
it's not
looking
super
toward.
slow. It's in a race setting. It's like almost always pretty much worth to take a safety death if you aren't sure. Ooh,
Oh,
that
no!
was so painfully close.
Ali just barely misses the
Yeah.
off-screen kill.
Yeah,
That
with the
saves,
skip.
like 2 seconds or something like that
Yeah.
off of the animation from being playing. But
Yeah,
oh
Ali would
gosh,
have
it
needed
was
that.
so
Let's see
close.
here how it looks like. Is there a rival really gonna go for rival death here? I don't think so.
That's like 4 hits, I think. Last time I saw his health.
Yeah, no. The rival is not
Seemed
going
like
for
it.
it. They would have taken some more damage on the previous boss fight than towards the end of the fight.
This fight can play
This
out
can
really
be
roughly
this
then.
can be scary. This can be scary.
Especially going for tennis.
Yeah, they're going for
Again-
a safe tennis though, which is actually pretty good when you're going for safety stuff because it is a lot of pretty free damage to go for safe tennis. But I am not a fan of having this health bar here.
Right. Especially with half the fight left. Yep, he just skips out
Yeah.
on tennis.
Yeah,
this
skips
time. Good
tennis.
choice.
Yeah, safe damage is what the rival wants here. Katana is quite
A
nasty.
little close there.
Cutting it a little close there. Ooh.
Getting the rival hit. Oh no.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, this is scary. This is scary.
Skip, thank you.
And there we go.
There you go.
And the rival is
Rival
done
is
there.
out.
Playing really, really scary there.
The first
As I
win of the
said-
run.
Yeah, as I said, I would personally not have gone for that there in a race setting. But they actually managed to pull it through. But
Very
they had to
nice
play a
game.
little.
I think
Yeah,
that's
they had.
actually a new PB for DOA
I think so. Yeah.
by like 20 seconds. That is insane.
I think so. Yeah. That was pretty good. But yeah, it's really, really scary to go for the rival death there or rival deathless there, especially in a race setting. Because what it's worth to think about here is that the other rival probably lost time because they didn't go for the
One of the
death
tennises, yeah.
skip. Yeah, because he had to like play it safe. He had to play it super safe on parts of the fight where he otherwise wouldn't have had to play safe.
Looks like Ali is just skipping out on tennis, which is
Yeah.
very very good, in my opinion, because doing tennis on a controller is one of the roughest things in this game.
I don't think tennis is too rough with controller. Not even fast tennis is that bad.
Or at least with my controller, it's not good.
It's worth to
tried it.
Well, it's worth to. Oh, fine.
It's hard.
Yeah, what's worth to mention here? Let's see here. What I was gonna say is that it's probably faster actually to skip out on tennis entirely if you're not going for fast tennis.
True.
Because fast tennis is good because it is
quick, huge damage.
No, in this setting, like in the tournament setting here for the beginner tournament, it's good because it's free damage that you are like not have to be worried about doing any of the rougher patterns. So it's actually good for that reason. You're on average gonna deal more damage than you do per hit than you are on other patterns. So it's pretty good to go for it. For that reason, because it's free damage pretty much. Because the tennis match, the slow tennis that the runners are going for here, it's a relatively easy strategy that deals a lot of damage without you running much risk at all. Like what you want to avoid if you are in a scary position in health in this category is that you don't want to see the katana.
Right.
If that makes sense. But yeah, that was 1-0 to DeadOnArrival.
We have to gain a light for him.
Yep.
At least as that will happen. Alright, and then I believe we'll be getting another race coming in here. I don't believe anybody's asking for any kind of breaks, so
yeah,
let's get this going.
Gonna give them a light first. DeadOnArrival is getting a... Whoop. There we go, now light should show up.
There we are. Perfect. Just double checking on brakes right here. Ellie's good to go. And DOA is ready as well. Alright, we'll be starting off very shortly. We'll see if DOA is ready to just take this run.
Yep. For anyone who just popped in, this is the final for the Bleed to Beginners tournament between Allianna and DeadOnArrival. What should be mentioned here is that this is a double elimination tournament. Wait a minute, something is happening here.
I believe DOA may have just forgotten to reset the timer before we started. So I think we may be getting a reset.
Not only the timer.
Also, I believe he may actually be tapped out. So that may be why the stream is frozen.
Yeah.
Getting a reset very shortly here. Otherwise, Allianna is at a 20-second lead already. What is this? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think we have to reset this, maybe. Oh no.
Alright.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I was worried.
Alright, so we just had our countdown set up, and now we are ready to roll for our second race.
Yeah, indeed. But yeah, as I was about to mention, when we figured out that things were going a little roughly there, this is a double elimination tournament, and DeadOnArrival has actually not lost a single match yet. So Allianna has to only two games back to back now. But she, in addition to this, must win another best of 3 against DeadOnArrival to take this home.
Right, and as far as any kind of races go as well, I believe Allianna is the one racer who has actually done the most races so far. So
yeah,
we'll definitely see how that plays in. Both of them, of course, getting an instant reflex on the shield invader, which is very nice to see.
Yep. Allianna having a little trouble with the platforming this time, it seems.
One thing I guess we didn't actually mention before, you can slow down time in this game.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Luckily, we actually use that to skip a bit of an animation against Rolling Invader here and kill him off really quickly with the pistols.
Yeah.
Down to Blast Jumper, of course, we are looking out for them reflex, and...
Yep, and DeadOnArrival getting one but misses it.
It's definitely unfortunate to see, especially with the rain, with the bullet rain there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's not what you want to see.
Roughly about 4 seconds of this fight where you're just not able to do damage.
And there we go. The runs are pretty much really close to one another now after that.
DOA is even still in the lead, even with that attack.
Yeah, DOA was a lot in the lead after the...
Rolling Invader.
I gotta kick one thing.
Alright. Of course, in this auto-scroller, we're just focusing on killing these enemies as quickly as we can. As far as these reflects go, there is a way that we've sort of found out how to skip bosses. Or at least one of them that we had the developer originally fix. And recently we've actually found a shield invader skip as well.
What needs to be mentioned here is that Ali's timer is actually 7.5 seconds behind the... Like, Ali started like 6.5 seconds later, so Ali's actually...
Then again, Ali, the in-game time... The in-game timer does actually change based on how much slow motion you use. So...
Yeah, a little bit, but it's not enough. Not enough slow motion has been used to affect it that much.
Right.
I can say that much. That much slow motion have not been used yet.
Oh, so DOA actually gets the frame 1 dash. That is really hard to do.
Yeah, that is really interesting to see.
Not even in like world record runs are you seeing that, but
yeah.
Except for on occasion, of course. Again, we are definitely looking out for them reflex, but DOA's only hitting a few out. Do get an unreflectable rocket on Ali's end. That big old reflect, there we are.
And there we are.
And Ali's right behind his tail.
As I said before, we have to keep in mind that Ali started like a little later than DeadOnArrival. On the video footage, so Ali is actually around 6 seconds, around 6 seconds ahead at that point. We have to talk about this when it is this even, because it is gonna matter.
Right.
Unless some rare mistakes happens, these runners are really close to one another in skill level.
And luckily we do have both of the timers working for this race, so be able to see exactly how fast their times were.
Yeah, exactly.
DOA is running into a very rough health situation here.
Yeah, I'm not liking this health situation for DeadOnArrival. Ooh, and look at their screens, they are synced!
Oh
the screens are synced!
DOA is definitely going to need to play a bit safer on this, though.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
This platforming section can be really rough.
Oh yeah, the platforming section, but not the boss. Not the boss. The boss they don't have to play safe for that. On this boss it's like pretty Pretty binary. I didn't succeed with the mechanical effect. Oh, they took a safety death here?
I agree with this play. I 100% agree with that play.
I don't know if I
Anyway,
agree with safety death on this course.
On
this boss.
Valentine, you can definitely end up dying against either the boulders that come down from the blue car or getting a
that's true.
faulty reflect or a bad reflect on the 2 red cars.
That is true.
So I 100% agree with that play, especially with DOA's late game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. DOA has a little bit of an advantage in the late game over Ali.
Ooh, that's a very close dodge on that laser.
That was really close.
That pinpoint accuracy, even on controller.
Yeah. Ooh, Ali did not hurt. That is gonna hurt.
This is why you take the safety death.
Yeah.
Even with that, DOA takes
there
the
we
lead.
go. Keep in mind, as I said before,
True.
that Ali is a little bit...
I think we may still be a bit ahead, though. God, it is neck and neck. I can't even tell.
Yeah, it's very, very close. I would say that Ali is like 2 seconds ahead now. But the lead is like minimal. The lead is minimal. The lead is minimal to insignificant. Yeah, about 2-3 seconds ahead. But the lead is minimal. It is anyone's match, just like last time.
We'll see how Red Sprite treats him.
Yeah. Getting 2 reflects there, and Alice getting 2 reflects.
It is
1,
really
2.
neat to see as far as Red Sprite's different RNG patterns
Yeah.
go, because in Ali's fight, she had the birds all home in
Yeah.
on Rin there, which actually allowed her to stay on the right side of the screen a bit more and give her more reflex.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, DOA had the slightly harsher luck, where
Yeah.
she just ran across the center and ended up going off screen a bit.
Yeah. This is so ridiculously even. This is probably gonna be even for a long time.
Excited to see how it turns out here. We got Ninja starting about halfway through on DOA's end. Quite a few different reflects. Only 2 yellow attacks. It's not bad at all.
Yeah. At least having 1 yellow attack.
Very nice. That was an insane good Ninja 2 on DOA's end.
Yeah. Ali's having a little bit of bad luck here, but she's doing the best of the situation, actually.
Yeah, the yellow attack can definitely be hard to hit on when you are trying to aim up and moving around and aiming revolving around your movement.
Yeah.
That is definitely something to keep in mind when watching Ali's stream.
Yeah, Ali handled that perfectly. Ali handled that fight perfectly. There is nothing else to say about that. You got a little bit of a rougher pattern, but she handled it perfectly. Now they're coming up against Rex Rocket again. Rex Rocket is also one of the fights I think controller has, or mouse keyboard has a slight advantage on. Because like you're so much easier to aim on Rex Rocket with mouse keyboard.
The hitbox is still definitely a lot of... It gives me a lot of trouble, actually.
Yeah.
Where the hitbox is, rather than being like the rocket itself, it's actually the little guy that's hanging off of the rocket.
Yeah.
Rex Rocket from the game Rex Rocket. But it's more... You really gotta focus more on hitting behind and under where the current rocket is. So it can be really tricky to aim at, especially while moving around and dodging attacks.
Yeah, and it's very, very rough on controller in particular.
Right, especially considering how aiming works that way.
Yeah.
Onto the launch, we've got DOA starting out with Chaff Spammer, getting the double reflect. Only nails one of them, though. Really getting to a rough start, though.
Yeah. This is gonna be interesting to see how they handle this.
Anyway, again with a double
Yeah.
2 reflex. That is pretty crazy to see on Chaff Spammer, honestly. We do see Ali going a bit more
Aggressive.
aggressively with that katana there.
Yeah, Ali has throughout the tournament been really aggressive in that boss fight, and it has always paid off for her. He's always catching up to her opposition in that one boss fight in particular with that strategy.
Right, even with the 2 reflex on DOA's end, that was quite the lengthy Chaff Spammer fight, so
Yeah.
we'll definitely see how the rest of the level treats him.
Yeah, no, the 2 fights I would say that I've seen throughout the tournament where Ali has been the absolute strongest at are the Chaff Spammer and the
white fight?
Whale Core, and the Whale Core as I mentioned before.
Right. Taking a bit more damage here, though.
Yeah, I'm not liking the health situation here. I am liking the health situation if Ali's aiming to go for a safety death before Robo White, though.
Right, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Because then that hit there makes perfect sense, because that is like the least damaging hit you can take to set up for that. Which would actually make sense, because with the strategies Ali uses, I don't think Ali wants to enter the Robo White fight with low health.
Right.
As Ali is playing very aggressively on that fight.
People keep on saying that the katana is a very, the easier strategy to go for. I disagree. Getting in close with that katana, while you don't need to get in super close, it's really rough when it comes to being aggressive with it.
Yeah. Ali's taking some more hits here to make sure that she can take a quick death at Robo White, it seems. Will Ali take another hit though? Is the question.
Seems like we may be seeing... Oh, no. I thought she was just gonna walk into the worm and grab that hit, but I don't...
Yeah, I thought so too.
I was told, at least, it was discussed in the Discord server a bit earlier today. Apparently, if you just run into the worms, you don't take damage.
No, not when they're dead, no.
I could have sworn I've taken a lot of hits or deaths from that before, so I don't know how true that is, but if that is true,
after health bar 0, you can't take it from them.
Right. Apparently, that's a thing. Apparently, it just drains your score if you do end up.
Yeah, it drains your score, but
there.
not your. It doesn't take damage on you. And
something
Ali's
that I
having
learned.
some quite nice luck here with the fight here. But it's worth to mention is that oh my gosh, Ali's got in 2 of those. What it's worth to mention is that Ali is not slowing down time here, which is actually on average saving a little bit of time. But it relies on you handling her patterns perfectly, because you are having to do more. Like a great percentage of your time is gonna be handling her mechanics. So it's a little riskier to not go for slow motion or Robo Bunny, because Robo Bunny is off the screen if you do not do slow motion there.
See how segment slider goes for both.
Yeah, this
Seems
is actually. It
bit of a
looks
hit
like
there.
it looks like it's a lot of time between these 2 runners right now, but it's actually not. As I mentioned before, Ali's timer starts 6 seconds behind DeadOnArrival. So that's something we have to keep in mind here. So this run is actually way closer than it looks like on the screens.
That is a very good way to make that reflect on the lower bullet for segment slider, just running up and reflecting it off. you don't really have to worry about the yellow bullet since it's just going to go over your head.
Okay, and there we go.
D-Way
There
getting
we go.
stuck on a bit of that platform. I have done that multiple times just
Yeah.
because I haven't been paying attention to my movement,
Yeah.
but that is a really easy place to just get stuck for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, but there we go. This time Ali got out of the segment slider without too much trouble.
It looks like even with the delay, Allie is picking up a lead here. She is definitely getting back a lot of time.
Yeah, no, they are. She's not in the lead, I would say, but she's definitely around the. She definitely saved time on the segment slider part.
Is that a double reflect on Nemcore 1?
Yeah, I think so.
That is very cool to see. It looks like Ali is actually going to be setting up for the bit of chip damage that you can actually get before Nemcore 2. Very nice. And with slow motion. That is a relatively new strat that we found where it can usually guarantee a 2-cycle on this fight.
Yeah.
Which is a really, really good thing to see.
Yeah, if Ali can get it, if Ali can get the 2-cycle, if she can do that, that is gonna be huge.
Right.
But I'm still thinking he's gonna aim for a 3-cycle because this is the beginning tournament, and the 3-cycle and the 2-cycle, even with that chip damage, is really, really hard to perform.
Right.
Yeah, there we go. Seems like we are seeing a 3-cycle, but it is the fastest. It is the fastest 3-cycle.
Very nice way to get around the boss. There we are.
Yeah, let's
going
see.
into graveyard with 2 hits though.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a safe to death situation.
And even at half health on DOA's end, that is still can be pretty scary, especially in this section.
There we go. Safe to death.
Ooh, that was a close dodge.
Yeah. I really like to see that Ali is actually not shooting in this section.
Right, right. A lot of the time in this section, you can definitely get thrown off by bullets that are just in random places.
Yeah.
But not shooting can definitely be a good decision to make in this area.
Yeah. It's something I haven't seen anyone else really doing, but it's very, very noteworthy. Because it does actually make that section far more consistent in how it's gonna play out.
Right, I personally don't shoot in specific areas where I know that a yellow bullet will end up spawning.
Yeah, no,
but,
definitely.
Just to make sure I don't run into any bubbles that may be bigger when I think they're going to be smaller or anything like that. But it is definitely still an interesting strategy to go about using. Very nice purple reflect on Pac-Man there. And finished off with the saw. Nice with the slow motion.
Nice.
I love it.
And Ali is about 20-ish seconds behind now. It's very, very close between the runners here. 20 seconds is really, really close in this run, especially this late in the run. And if it can happen on the final 2 splits, runners of this game are fully aware of. Especially the final split is really, really scary, and a lot of time change can happen there.
Off into Valentine's fight. DOA's about halfway through the first cycle, or first phase rather.
Yeah.
And a bit of a nasty fly pattern there. But phase 1 is done with relatively low damage.
Yep.
DOA's gonna fix that though. To a good start. Ali's getting some nice constant DPS on Val here.
Yeah, Ali's handling. Ali's getting everything she wants in the first phase here. I think Ali caught up a little bit thanks to that.
Just about one boss between, probably even less.
Yeah. I know this is a really easy, really even race right now.
Valentine 2, it is.
Oh my, free!
It is really good to get all those reflects on Val 2.
That is exactly what you want to see on that fight. That is like the best pattern imaginable. Ali's getting everything he needs here to make a comeback.
DOA missing the reflect on portal dashing.
That is not good.
That is going to make a difference.
It is.
That death could have been right there for Val. DOA actually misses a first taunt there. I think they were trying to actually go for an early taunt. That is possible, but it was very hard to actually hit.
Yeah, the early taunt is not something I would...
DOA misses the shield lock on the first attack.
Ali is gonna catch up here.
That is 100% giving Ali an opportunity here.
Yeah, if Ali is just pulling this off, Ali is gonna catch up quite a bit.
Second taunt, nice.
Perfect, perfect. Will the next one work?
That was close.
That was far too close.
That was so close. Oh my gosh.
Ali got it. 3 out of 3, but
Just
that
the
was
last
close.
2 cannons.
And the rounds are basically neck to neck right now. We are probably gonna have to. We're probably gonna have to rely on their individual timers for this.
Right. We may need to review this one.
Yeah.
It all comes down to the final level, though. We've got a lot of fights ahead of us, so let's see how we take on Mantis.
But this is really, really, really close.
Okay, we do get a yellow reflect on DOA's end. That is something they are
the yellow
not
one
looking out
is not
for.
what they want, because it also makes it so that the next one is not gonna be a purple squat. Because the bosses rarely want to do the same pattern twice in a row, and those are counted as the same one.
The only boss that I know of that can do 2 of the same one in a row is Ninja.
Yeah.
Ninja 2 specifically.
Yeah.
But most bosses do tend to vary about their RNG patterns. On to Whale Core, though. We will see how Ali fares.
Yeah.
Of course, the
their
climb
arrival
is
really, really well so far, as we mentioned. Their arrival's gotten 4 out of 4 plausible reflects so far. So their arrival is not leaving any room here for Ali to catch up.
For sure, learning from
much to reflect.
Learning from that last race.
Oh my! Look at that reflex from Ali. Did you see that reflex? When she dodged between 2 rockets to basically go for the reflex.
Sounds like I need to look back at a clip.
That was really, really, really good.
DOA taunting a bit before Spider Core here.
Yeah.
Confusion? Just a little bit.
Might be a habit from running.
Maybe.
From running freestyle where it actually does matter to taunt at times.
True. I don't know if DOA does any freestyle runs though. That would be fun to see though.
I don't know either. But I know I have seen DOA. I know I have seen DOA taunt a little bit throughout some races in the past.
Right.
They definitely have the pattern of taunting, so I would say that they're probably, if they're not running freestyle, they have probably played freestyle and is fully aware of the style mechanic. But oh my, the runs are like so close to one another now. This is really, really, really close. I would say the runs are like, the runs are like in 5 seconds. Yeah, it's gonna be down to rival here. Ali's having a little bit worse health situation though, so that is not good.
I don't want to jinx anything, but this is quite a lot of health still. That's like 5 hits still, so we shall see how it ends up. Ali is really looking out for a dash though.
Not by necessity. Yeah, Ali is probably gonna take some damage here on purpose.
Intentional death?
Yeah, I think Ali's setting up for intentional death.
Yeah. Ali, oh my gosh, that was very good.
Yeah, I could tell that.
I really, really like the play with the late reflect there. I think she was doing that on purpose, and I'm gonna say she's doing that on purpose. and it is good.
Yeah.
Going for the intentional death on rival, very nice.
The scary part here is that Ali is quite significantly behind here.
Right.
Ali's not going for the tennis game. She knows it's low. She knows that she has to play for speed here rather than safety.
DOA going for the same thing.
Yeah. Both sensing
Missing the reflector.
That is not nice. Going for a tennis match there. I think it's game. I think it's game. Yeah, this is game.
And with that, it's GG to DOA.
Yeah, it's GG to DOA here. DOA won, and with that, DOA won the entire tournament, I think.
We have our victor.
And DOA got a high score on this course.
Oh, nice.
You can see that by the golden.
Has so many cool little things. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it was a really close race.
GG.
Yeah, GG. That was a really close second race, and I think Ali definitely PB this run, and DOA did not PB on the second run, but they beat their old PB. Both the runs were better than their previous PB.
This has been a heck of a time. Honestly, this whole entire tournament has been filled with personal best after personal best, and we have seen these racers climb from, like, what is it, the 12th, 13th place on the leaderboard up to 5, 6?
Yeah.
It has been incredible to see the progress that these runners have gone through.
Yeah, it has been the runs have shown really good progress so far. And not just these two runners that are in the finals, but every single runner has progressed really neatly throughout the week.
Right. What are we thinking for our next runs? What do you expect? I know
What do you mean for next rounds?
Any future tournament. I know I've been wanting to race against Vander Hoeks. Lately we've been going about a skip on Shield Invader where we just skip the fight entirely and the door just opens. It's very fun, but we haven't gotten a consistent setup on it yet.
You know what? That is a topic to discuss elsewhere, because now I think it's time to call in our runners for some post-race interviews.
Yes.
First, I give DeadOnArrival the second green light there, so it's a significant. Oh god, shit, yeah, that's me. Now they have 4 scores.
There we are.
Yeah, many people have said I was giving them the light. I feel. Everyone was like, "Yeah, let's give DeadOnArrival their light bulb." So it went up to 4. But yeah, that was it. We're gonna call them in.
Have him join on in. I think we may be ready for a scream from DOA, as he had promised.
Yeah, probably.
Gosh. We'll see. But I definitely had a good time both planning this and watching all these amazing races. This has been absolutely insane to watch just how down to the wire some of these ended up getting.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But in the case that anyone is wanting to check out the community, we are actually on Discord.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and link that here. I forgot I was
logged in. DeadOnArrival is in the call, and Allianna is soon about to join too. We have our runners in for some post-race interviews.
Hi.
Hello.
My heart is racing.
I was expecting a scream.
You were, but I already got it out of my system of a very loud "let's go."
But how are we feeling after this fantastic race? I know
My
Ali has had a bit of a rough time today.
Having to suplex a chair and all.
Ouch.
Yeah, so Yeah, my first race was terrible. I'm sorry. Segment slider was going terribly, so I tried a risky strat with the katana, and I just failed. And I died like the last second of the fight. I thought it was low enough where I could have killed it if I just rushed in there real quick and kill it with the katana.
Right.
It did not work. So, yeah, and then I was kind of just feeling disheartened during the rest of the warship, which led me to a second death during anti-battalion. So, yeah, the first race was a disaster. My second one, yeah, I'm glad you agree. My second one was okay. My second one was my best I've ever done, so I can't really complain too much. I just know there were some parts I could have done better.
It was
So.
such
Yeah,
a close race.
Yeah. I noticed you got a 25 on the second race, Allianna.
Yeah, so it was 25:30 something, I think. Yeah, that's my best time. So
Yeah.
that's neat.
Does that happen to be your first 25 as well?
No, I
No.
believe one of my last races against DOA was like 25:55.
All right.
And during
now I
the
remember.
race against Gigi, I'm pretty sure I got like 40 something.
You got a 25:40. I
Okay,
was
cool.
commentating that one.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Yes. So I got
Yeah,
I
sorry,
got
I
a few
missed
seconds
that
faster
one.
than that. So
Yeah, that race was, oh my god, unholy amounts of close. Like, my butt was clenched.
Yeah, it was a really the second race was really even. Up until like the rival fight, I feel like it was like anyone's game.
That I will say something. Jacket said something at one point where it's like sometimes you've got to take it safe even during races. I did that in the graveyard section where I tried to take out as much as possible so I wouldn't die during that entire section.
Yeah, we noticed that.
Yeah, that actually paid off quite a bit when it comes to, especially having that amount of health. You were at like what, 3 hits left in that section. So
yeah,
that definitely does pay off to not need to take any kind of intentional hits or any kind of deaths in that kind of way, especially when it comes to the end of that level.
absolutely. That level is brutal.
I was very tempted a couple times during both Warship and Epilogue to risk certain sections with just a couple hits left.
Yeah.
But I decided not to go for it because I just was like, it's as close as it is. I know my own skill level of this game. I feel like I would die if I risk it. So I did intentional deaths before the graveyard and then once before rival. Even maybe I didn't need to, but basically on the hits I took after I took the safety death, I did need it. But you know, it could have gone either way. So you never know what happened.
Yeah.
I do like actually how both of your white fights went.
Yeah.
Those seem to have given you guys a lot of trouble in previous races. And I think this run, or both of these races, really went really well for both of you.
I agree.
Yeah.
White was not that bad. This time, Segment Slider is my new most hated boss.
White was giving me some trouble, not gonna lie, that entire time, because it just wouldn't get its butt closer to the ground!
Ew, I know how that goes.
Yeah, that definitely happens from time to time. But other than that, in that second race, I couldn't really find any kind of area where the tides turned.
I fell behind initially. I missed a car throw on Valentine, the
Yeah.
highway.
But you caught up so quickly. I was
Right,
like, oh,
right.
No.
I guess I
didn't even-
did.
I didn't even notice you missed a car. I was like, oh no, they're on my tail!
Yeah.
That... Oh my god. Ah!
Yeah, it was really close despite that.
It was... That race
Yeah.
was so close. I swear, I was watching, I'm just like, oh no, dude, I can't make any mistakes or I'm done.
Oh yeah, the second race was definitely any mistake would have cost any one of you the run. Like it was just that close.
It really sucks. I felt like before I had my little incident in the warship in the first race, I was doing really good. Like, I can't. I know. Maybe you could disagree, but I feel like I was doing really good. So it was disappointing when I finally screwed up.
No. You were. I think we were actually a little bit ahead before you did mistakes in Warship.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because I feel like I did better in that first half of the game of the first race than I did the second race. So
Yeah, no, you are not incorrect. You are not incorrect.
Oh yeah, it happens, I guess.
That
Yeah.
first run was a PB, by the way.
Yep.
a 25-12.
Oh, your first one was better. I didn't even know. I didn't know that. So there's no way I would have won anyway based on that. So I guess it's fine.
Right. Well, I am still looking out for any kind of response regarding any kind of prize pool, because, like I said before, while we did have a suggestion from the folks over at Speedrun Academy, which is a new up-and-coming website for any kind of speed games to host tutorials and guide documents as far as any speedruns or categories go. They had actually agreed, or they essentially volunteered to provide a $100 Australian dollar prize pool in Steam gift cards. Now, since then, it seems like the person who stepped up for that has not been working, or he dropped out of that project. So I've yet to hear back from him regarding any kind of prize pool for it. I did reach out to the new people in charge, and we are currently waiting on any kind of response in this case. But we'll definitely be getting back to you all regarding that, and seeing where we
So
can go.
good either way. I enjoyed that. My heart is pounding.
Yeah. I can't speak for both of us that the money was never what it was about. We're just here to have fun. I didn't even know there was a prize pool until halfway through the tournament. So it was just like, oh hey, I guess there's money. Whatever. I'm just here to play Bleed. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and I didn't want an excuse to play it. So
right.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
It brings me on another little question I had here that is really, really interesting. What are your plans for? What are your plans in the future for this game? Do you have any future plans?
I'm going to take it. I'm going to take Jackets down.
Do it.
Okay.
I'm coming for your booty, boy.
Do it. Do that speedrun, please. I need people to run against, and people are too scared. I don't know.
Yeah, because you hold world records, my man.
I'm gonna try different formats personally.
I probably will as well.
Cool.
I'll probably try doing other ones.
What formats are you interested in?
I have no idea. All I know is before I played on normal, I exclusively played on very hard, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I never did very good, but that's just the way I enjoyed the game the most. Because just every fight was just ridiculously hard, and that's how I might try basically a harder difficulty. I don't know what other settings I would do, but that's what I'm thinking.
What the new speedrun category? Extra hard.
I mean, too hard does exist.
Yeah.
That's got to be a new category.
What is the details of that?
Everything is harder.
It's just harder.
Is it harder than very hard? Is it like a mod?
Yes.
Oh
Yes,
god.
it is.
It's a mutator. It's a mutator in the game.
It's significantly harder.
Ooh,
Significantly.
I don't know if I like that.
The developer added it. Well, it was in the base game, but he had set it up as a mutator because it was too unfair and not balanced just for fun.
I'm gonna try that sometime.
I feel like I should as well.
It's rough.
I think I'm gonna stream. I'll stream that at some time. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I don't ever plan to do a hitless very hard run. You would have to kill me before I can do a too hard hitless.
I
run.
can't even beat arcade very hard. That's
I think it would kill you before we got to you.
True. I agree. But yeah, this game definitely does have a load of different categories to do. So if you are ever burned out on one category, just pick up a freestyle run. I don't know. Pick up a random other character. I personally love playing as the Claude girl from They Bleed Pixels. Who was actually
I hate her. I tried. Oh my god, I hate her so much.
I have that game and I still haven't finished it.
But yeah, the speed play for Claude Girl is very fun because it makes every kind of movement in the game sort of like a puzzle. So you have to route your fast movement. You'd have to know which enemies to kill to reset your dash. And it just makes it really, really fun for me, especially when I'm tired of playing with Rin or
Jack, I'm
burn out
gonna
on a
tell you
single
this.
category.
If you're gonna do too hard, you've got to turn on death bullets as well. If you're gonna try to do hitless.
No.
Yeah, okay.
So that's how you would guarantee that it's hitless.
Oh, please no. But
You know what character I unironically like? Plucky.
Yes.
Plucky is so goofy, but I love it.
I know, it's just so funny. He's just go pew 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 pew, and there's no bullets. It's just, it's so adorable.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely got tons of different categories to do, and even different difficulties change the like slightest things, but
Yeah.
it makes the run very really different as far as
Yep.
what like safety strats or what risk you can actually do in a run. So it's a really fun thing to look into when you're looking at speedrunning this game.
Mm-hmm.
But this was normal.
Yeah.
And new game. New
Yeah.
game is I'd say it's pretty simple. You get like a little bit of weapon freedom as far as choosing between 3 weapons that are available, and I think it's a pretty good way to play. Pretty
It
fun.
was a good category for beginners tournament, gotta say. It was very simple, easy to learn. So I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. But do we have any plans for y'all? What are y'all up to?
Outside
Honestly,
of me?
On your own streams, or if you
Yeah.
have any other plans on what you're doing?
I'll let you go first.
Okay. I mean, on my channel, I normally play Pokemon, usually Nuzlocke challenges. This is a very different change of pace for me, for what my viewers are normally like. I'm currently playing through every game in order of release in a thing I call the World Tour Nuzlocke. I'm pretty far into it. I'm on Ultra Sun, so there's only a couple games left. So that's what I'm doing.
I may have to yoink such an idea.
You're more than free to use it.
I was gonna say, it sounds like fun because I love Pokemon as a whole.
Yeah, it's very long. I'd recommend it if you've never done a Nuzlocke before. I'd recommend just picking your favorite game and going for it. But don't wait. What I do is a very long challenge. I've been doing it for more than 2 years now at this point.
I'm about to say it's
started
gonna
with
be-
red version, and yeah.
What I'm gonna
So-
say is about to be considered heresy, but Pokemon Black and White too.
What about it?
Is-
Are they good? I
Those are my favorites.
freaking love those. Yes, great
That's a good
choice.
Yeah, they are good.
And how about you, DOA? What's going on?
Honestly, what I've started doing is I've started giving games, like I've put all of the games that I want to play on my backlog. I've put them on a random wheel, and I'll spin it 3 times, and whatever game ends up on it, I will play it for 4 streams and then give a review on it, as if it's like for the more casual audience or for people who are just looking to buy the game. But it's done so it's like it gets 4 3-hour streams, and then at the end of the 4th one, or if I finish it early, I give it a review. I say what I think of it, I give my thoughts on it, and then if I have it on Steam, I go and write an actual review of it. But I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the end of whatever I finish the game or stuff like that. I'm going to take a break and then write out the review before I say anything about it. Because I think that'd probably go a lot easier.
Yeah, like a quick play kind of thing.
Yeah, like
pretty neat.
quick play so that a more casual audience can see it, and so that they can, watch like just a short YouTube video on it instead of like a long-winded review.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about you, Firesplitter? What are you up to? You got any
What
plans?
I am up to, I am primarily playing Mario Party nowadays. That's what I'm speedrunning
We need to
right
play
now.
Mario Party.
Which one? Which Mario Party?
I'm speedrunning Super Mario Party right now.
Oh, okay.
The new one,
that
right?
sounds fun.
That's the new
Yeah.
one, right?
Yeah,
I was
no,
just
the
saying-
second newest one. Not the newest one, but the second newest one.
Didn't Alpha
Wait,
Rat
one came
get-
out since that? What came out since Super?
Mario Party Superstars.
Didn't Alpha Rat
I
sprain his
completely
hand?
forgot about that game. Wow.
Didn't Alpha Rat get carpal tunnel syndrome trying to speedrun Mario Party?
I think so. It's pretty.
I think he got it
it's
twice
nice.
in like both hands.
Yeah, it is a nasty
So-
game at times to run.
So intense it gives you carpal tunnel.
Yeah,
It's
no,
just the same action.
In one game mode, there's actually like a course that you have to do where you have to press the button unbelievably fast to win.
Yeah, I
I've
was
seen a
just
lot
like-
of.
I'm quite good at that. I literally just put the controller down and just start pressing it rapidly.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is quite a run. It's quite a game to run. But yeah, what about you, Yakut? What are you doing nowadays on stream?
So normally I actually end up streaming from usually around like Tuesdays and Thursdays. I usually go around from like 10 o'clock a.m. to 4 p.m. Central, but doing bleed runs every now and then. I've been getting into a game called Revita lately, and I've been having an absolute blast with that. It's a new roguelike shmup game, kind of controls a little bit like Bleed. You do have the 360-degree aiming, but it's more of a roguelike focused. So
I'm adding it to my wish list.
Yeah.
It's already on
think-
mine. It looks good.
I think like 2D Binding of Isaac, but like Gungeon sort of like equipables or like relics, and you get like different weapons to equip as well, which is really fun to do. Tons of secrets in that game. I have not nearly even scratched the surface on it, but I am having an amazing time with it.
I like how Jackets was the only one who actually like disclosed when they do their streams and like what they do.
Didn't even think of that. Yeah.
I didn't think of that either.
Well, I stream when I can, sadly, nowadays, because I have so much with work and such.
Feel that.
I feel that I normally stream like at night because it's just like if I were to get like work, I would be able to come home and then be able to stream at that time. So I stream at I stream at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is really late, but also it's just like one of those things where I sit down and I play whatever is on the cards. And I stream Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays.
Nice.
I do Monday, Thursday, if anyone cares. I just start at 8.
I will
Central,
watch.
So 9 Eastern.
Would watch.
Yeah.
Very entertaining.
Thank you.
Well, if you haven't already, go ahead and follow all these wonderful people. Their streams are always really, really fun to watch. And if you have yet to already and you want to speedrun this game, we do actually have a page on Speedrun Academy. So if you want to check that out, we do have all of our guides and such set up there.
Yep.
And then, of course, we do have the Bleed 2 Discord that you can check out, too. But we'll be, of course, doing events on the Bleed Running Twitch channel. That is normally the place where we do our like one-time casual races. It's not like we have any kind of official like league or anything like that.
God, that's
or
the
any
dream, isn't it?
competitive scene.
Hey,
other
we're on
than the in-game
SpeedGaming. It's pretty
leaderboards.
official.
I was gonna say, speedrun.com, it's official, baby.
Yep. But yeah, go ahead and check us out there.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've got plenty of other events going on today as well when it comes to speed gaming.
Yep.
So I believe we're gonna go ahead and send all of y'all over there or over to another event. But for now, until next time, this is Bleed 2.
Yeah.
Y'all enjoyed.
This was our tournament. Have a great one, and thank you so much for tuning in for the finals.
And a huge thanks as well to everybody who participated in this tournament. We literally could not have done it without all of our racers, commentators, and
Yes.
everybody who...
Thank you all for getting it set up.
Yeah,
into
absolutely.
it.
It was
And
our pleasure to
also-
set it up.
Huge thanks to SpeedGaming for allowing us to host each and every single one of these races on your stream. On any of the SpeedGaming streams, it's been really, really good to discuss this and essentially set everything up with y'all. So, huge thanks for the showcase and the audience that we've been able to speak with, or to stream to.
It's been an absolute pleasure every single race.
I've had a lot of fun. I was really upset with myself for the first race today, but outside of that, I've had a really good time with this whole tournament.
You were also upset with your chair, but that's a whole nother story.
That's unrelated. That was during my practice run. Yes.
With that, I think I am going to head out for the day, but
Yeah. I'm also
Great
heading
time.
out to my bed because
It's late.
pretty late where I live. It's soon 1 a.m., so it's not that late.
Sounds good.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone, and thank you everyone for participating, and we'll see you all around.
Absolutely.
See
Take
you
care,
guys next
everyone.
See you later.